जैसे जैसे हम लाइन करेंगे तो वहाँ पर कैमरा दिखाना. Today we are going to study on the topics of resource and development is the topic, and subtopic is that soil as a resource and its types. Means soil, already you understood that soil is a substance which are considered as resource because resource are those which have ability to fulfill human needs and requirement. Soil is also able to fulfill our basic need or requirement like cultivation, habitation, and many other humans' requirements are fulfilled by soil. So soil is considered as resources. As you know that soil is the medium of plant growth, means all the plants on the earth can grow only the soil, not in air, not in water. So soil is the medium of plant growth, and soil supports living organism also. All the living organisms from bacteria to elephants, all of these are live on the trees, on the soil region, on the upper surface of the earth. So it also supports the living organisms also. Next thing is that the soil formation is the living system. Living system, which means soils are always formed due to weather, agents of weathering, agents of erosion, agents of denudation, agents of transportation. So this soil living system means soil formation are always starting in the world. So it is considered as living system. And do you know that in 1 centimeter of depth of the soil, which takes millions of years for their formation, मीन्स मिट्टी के बनने में 1 सेंटीमीटर मिट्टी बनने में मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स लगते हैं. So that is the millions of years for their formation. So soil formation is a longer process and living process, living system also. So next is that soil formation is influenced by relief features. Relief features means mountain, plateau, plain. On the mountainous regions from river originated, river ascended, and river carried huge amount of silt and sediment, and which are the base for soil formation. So second is that parent rock. Parent rock is also, because parent rocks are those rocks which provide disintegrated into many small pieces. Small pieces are also disintegrated into tiny and fine particles of soil. So parent rock are important. Climate is also the parts of formation of rock, formation of soil, because climate provide heat, climate provide rainfall, climate provide low and high temperature. Already you understood that in higher temperature, soil and rocks are, all the substances are expensive, and on cold temperature, on lower temperature, it may expenses and construction, both the process are started all the time when temperature goes upward or downward. So climate are, vegetables are also responsible for soil formation, because the root of plants and trees goes penetrated inside the earth and broken the rock particles. So vegetables are also determinant and decomposer. Decomposer means the small tiny means a small microorganism which are considered as decomposers, and decomposer also decomposes the soil particles, decomposes the parent rocks. River which carries the rock particles and disintegrated rock particles from one places to another. Winds are also created, also transported them, and glaciers are also transported them. So all of these factors play an important role for the formation of soil. Next things is that soil is already you understood that what is the soil and what are the importance of soil in our life. Next we should consider on the on what basis soils are classified or classified. So on the different basis, on different basis we can categorize the soil on the basis of color, on the basis of texture, on the basis of thickness, age, chemical and physical properties. Means all of these are the base for classifying. Like color of the some soils are black, that are considered as black soil. Some soils have equal proportion of the sand and silt, that are considered as the alluvial soil. So in this way, on the basis of color, on the basis of texture, on the basis of thickness, these are the different bases. On that basis we can classify the soils. Next thing is that soils are also influenced by relief features. Relief, already you understood that in our country India, where mountain, plateau, plains are situated, climatic realms in India, where some parts of India where extremely cold conditions are found, some parts of India where intensively heat conditions are found. So soil regions, climatic realms are also varied in the country. And vegetation type in India, some parts of India where evergreen type of forests are found, some parts of India where deciduous types of forests are found, some parts of India where thorny bushes are found. So in this way, the vegetation types are also varied in the country, and these played an important role for the formation of soil. So on generally, soils are classified on 4 or 5 like alluvial soil, which is alluvial soil, black soil, red and yellow soil, laterite soil, mountain soil or forest soil, desert soil or sandy soil. So these are different types of soil. So today we are consider on in this period we are consider on alluvial soil. Alluvial soil, that is namely considered as the domat mitti and laterite soil. Alluvial soil, domat mitti, it is considered as domat means two type of soils are found, sand and equal proportion of sand and clay. So that is the alluvial soil. Already you understood that different rivers are already you are living in Khagadiya district in these regions where Kosi rivers flow, and Kosi rivers taken each and every year approximately flood situation. In flood, river carried huge amount of silt and sediment and that deposited on their basins. So the rivers which are ascended from Himalayan mountain ranges, so these rivers are considered as the Himalayan river, namely the Indus river system, the Ganga river system, the Brahmaputra river system, and its tributaries, which play an important role and that carried the soil particles and deposited approximately northern parts of India. And peninsular rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, these rivers are the peninsular river, and these rivers also deposited their silt and sediment on their deltaic regions. So these Himalayan rivers and these peninsular river, both rivers played an eminent role for the making of alluvial soil in the country. Next, the characteristics of the alluvial soil is that it consisted of various proportionate of sand, silt, and clay. Means in different regions, like Dwars region or upper Piedmont regions, where soils have the bigger size of silt and clay. So while the lower parts of the soil means the lower regions means the khadar parts of the regions where the fine particles of silt and sediment and clay are found, which are very very fertile. So in various proportions of sand, silt, and clay are consisted of the alluvial soil in the country. As we move in a lane towards river valley, inlands means mainland of India, and as we move towards river valley, soil particles appear bigger in size. Means in sea coast region, where the soil particles are very fine, but while on the mountainous regions, on the higher regions, where soil particles are not fine, they are bigger size their gravels are bigger, their particles are bigger in size on that region. So upper reaches of the river valley soil are coarse means mota, bada, and in Piedmont Plateau regions like Himalayan downward Piedmont regions are those regions like it is mountain. Piedmont region is this type of region. This region is considered as Piedmont region. Means Hindi meaning of Piedmont means Parvat Padiye, Parvat ka pair. Means Parvat mountain is started from here. So this region is considered as a Piedmont region. So in Piedmont region, where soil particles are very bigger in size, in Piedmont Plateau. So in Piedmont Plateau, mainly in our India, where were considered as different names like Dwars, Chos, and Tarai. Tarai region are in Bihar and UP, where Tarai region is considered as Chos is the Himalayan regions, the Dwars and the Himachal regions. So these are the different plateau regions, different regions where which are created, which are known as different Dwars, Chops, and Tarai regions in our country. According to age, soil are categorized on Bangar and Khadar soil. Soils are categorized on Bangar. Bangar is older alluvium, while Khadar is the newer alluvium. Bangar have a high proportionate of conker nodules. Then Khadar means in Khadar where fine particles are found, while in Bangar soil where high concentration of conker nodules are found, which means their grains are some bigger than Khadar. Next is that overall this alluvial soil is very fertile and it contains adequate proportion of it is more fertile than all other soils, and it have adequate proportion of potash, phosphoric acid, lime. So these are the very nutrients of the soil, and that provide great suitability, great favorability, and that are very ideal for the growth of different crops like sugarcane, like wheat, paddy, and all other crops which are grown here. Next is that due to high fertility, intensely cultivated, because of this fertile is very fertile. So the high fertility is a characteristics of this soil. So due to high fertility, these areas are intensively cultivated. Intensively cultivated means in all the year different crops are grown in this region. So it is intensely cultivated and densely populated also. Means population concentration are very dense here. So it is densely populated also. The distribution of this soil in the state Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat region and West Bengal region, Bihar region, Bihar, Assam, Godavari deltaic region of Godavari, deltaic region of Krishna, Mahanadi Delta. In these regions are where alluvial soils are found in abundance amount and distributed. Thank you very much.